Young, and on behalf of my team members at Corporate Disruptors Forum, we would like to thank you for choosing to be spending the next 45 minutes with us here in our MetaVerse, together with Professor Lee-Teo, the author of the book today that we are launching. For those of you who do not know us yet, Corporate Disruptors Forum is an international forum that engages corporates, startups, and academia in conversation on innovation, especially corporate innovation through collaboration with startups. We also organize innovative events. I'm going to invite Prof. Lee-Teo to come on stage to say a few words. Sir, over to you, sir.
We were imbued by common sense and unrelenting enthusiasm. I never done it. We've never done it. Like marriage, we never were married before. Marrying for the first time usually. But we were mission driven. And there was hidden from us by the IOC 640 mini missions. And when we discovered that, we followed it quite closely together with two IOC officials. And you got to note this because the first is an Olympian pole vaulter, Ukrainian Sergei Bubka, the soaring Hyperborean with his trademark Bubka Donetsk grip of the pole vault. And he flies 20 feet into the sky. And the late IOC Treasury of Friendships, amongst whom are my 70-year vintage dear primary one 1951 classmate Chuan Lok, who was a shipping business partner of Robert Kwok. Two pals, Ambassador Si Chapman and Mobile Oil veteran Tony Choi. I notarized their 1968 weddings as best men in Washington and New York. And everyone in between, like my co-cabinet Troika Provost, Professor Bertil Anderson, turned president, making NTU #1 ranking globally. Get on to phrenolosis and entheos. These are the two sublime words that bothered me all my life. Bees in my bonnets. In oversimplification, it means practical wisdom and enthusiasm. Entheos as in internal, and theos as in godly spirit. Phrenolosis, prudence, practical virtue, and practical wisdom. Wisdom or intelligence relevant to practical action. Implying both good judgment and excellence of character and habits. My NTU friend, Professor Tan Teng Kee, told me in simpler words, to be a good leader, first, you have to aspire to be a good person. And that it all comes together. And it all came together again when I revisited my philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, and his pathology of distance, which is self-setting and completing challenging goals. This novella is the result. The deadline is printed year 0, AC, meaning Anno COVID, year of COVID, which is also 2020. Complete with 90 illustrations by Javanese-American artist Himawan to make it more engaging for all ages. And what is my final takeaway? My final takeaway is the jackalope that I met in Wyoming, I thought disappeared on me, but it was embedded in my psyche and it emboldened my enthusiasm. And I could do all these things, simple as it seems to be. But it was pleasingly a multicultural endeavor. Thank you all. And it's Tuesday Live.
The next one is Bending Space and Time. This one is already sold, but I just want to show you some of the illustration that came about it. Here, what Prof. Anthony tried to convey is the meteorite shower suddens upon elusive jackalope, so normal distinctions of time and space. So time and space, I mean, in my book that Prof. Anthony wrote a few words is, future is time neutral. So, you know, your best days are still ahead of you. Be not surprised, you know, and, you know, jump into the fate that trust onto your hands, actually. And the last NFT that we have actually minted for this book is actually legendary. This is also sold. It's actually a sketch by Grandson Jun, Prof. Grandson Jun, where he used a mixed martial art to karate kick stop a goal, helping his team to win the junior school floorball championship. And again, this is about leadership, in many sense about being fearless and legendary. And that's the last NFT that we minted. So with that, I'd like to thank Prof. Teo again for his time, and we are now open for Q&A.
Right. 3, 2, 1. All right, there you go.
Thanks, Faris.
Oh, cool.
No worries.
Thank you.
This is really cool. I got a photo with Heather on the MetaVerse.
Yeah.